Hey guys, Jason here. I hope you guys are all doing well. I figured I could come on here and just give you guys a little update on how my life has been going so far and what I've been doing behind the scenes up until this point, besides playing tennis professionally and creating videos and all that extra stuff. But where do I begin? So in regards to YouTube, my last video that I created was almost a month ago. It feels a lot longer than that, honestly, but that was my first ever long formatted video that I feel like took a lot longer than I anticipated. But don't get me wrong, that was probably one of the most fun projects that I've ever worked on in my life. I think from editing it, from scripting it, from capturing all the clips from different parts of my life, to splicing it all together, finding the right soundtrack, and trying to piece it all together in a very coherent way that tells a very meaningful story that represents who I am. I'm very proud of how it turned out, and I'm just so grateful for the experience in the first place. It definitely wasn't easy, but I think it was this uncomfortableness that I had to go through in order to build more confidence in myself as a creator. And in regards to creating content, I actually have started posting more shorter form content. I don't know if you guys have noticed, more recently and more consistently on my Instagram and my TikTok page at jc.mp4. One of the reasons why I actually started to do this, I want to improve my articulation and speech in regards to how I communicate on camera. And I saw a creator called the Higher Up Wellness account. And what he talks a lot about is how communication can quite literally change your life in a very positive manner. So I figured I could take on this challenge where I speak for a minute straight on camera. Don't really have like a set plan about what I want to talk about in these videos, but I just need to speak for a minute straight and try to be more cognizant of using less filler words, trying to pause more, trying to find a way to change my tone of voice when I'm speaking, learning how to be more effective and communicate my thoughts in a more clear and cohesive manner. It's been a very fun process, and I'm just finding that love again for creating content again. Number one, it's a lot easier to stay more consistent when I can focus on a task that is a little bit easier to do every single day. When I've been creating these shorter form videos, it's been giving me something to talk about every single day, as with each day there's always a lesson that I can extract from it. I just have to be more conscious, and it's helping me to build more of this awareness of the experiences that I get to have throughout my day. And then I can document it and then share it with you guys. And then later down the road, I can look back at it as progress to see how my ideas and thoughts have generally changed over time. But let's talk about my life so far. I think the last time I updated you guys on anything, I think was closer to 3-4 months ago. The last place I was in so far was in Costa Rica. I was also traveling the world in Europe. I was in Asia, pretty much just competing in different tournaments with my brother, who is my doubles partner, and just trying to build my ranking as a professional tennis player as well. It's been a lot of ups and downs, and I'm grateful for this process. I'm grateful for the highs and the lows that I get to experience because it's teaching me more about myself. One of the ideas or the phrases or the things that I'm trying to implement more in my life is a simple word called gratitude. I saw it on my friend Chris's story. He posted it along the lines, a phrase of gratitude is a superpower. And when I was going through a tough time or having a lot of things that I was having to juggle behind the scenes in regards to relationships, tennis, what I want to do with my life moving forward, I tried to fall back on this word. So I thought it was a little silly at first hearing that phrase. I didn't really think gratitude could change my life in a very positive manner. I just thought it was something that I should just try out. I ended up buying this book called The Magic, and essentially it is just a handbook that teaches one how to be more grateful in his life. And one of the practices that I had to do every day before I even did anything was to write down 10 things that I was grateful for as soon as I woke up. And at first I found this a little tedious. I found it a little hard to find things that I could be actively grateful for. And this really helped me to appreciate even the littlest things, the more mundane parts of my life that I often overlook. Simple pleasures like getting to wake up in the morning, getting to have access to warm water, getting to have clothes to put on me, getting to spend time with friends, getting to travel to different parts of the world, doing the job or doing the thing that I love that not many people can say the same that they get to experience or to enjoy. And I think gratitude has quite literally changed my life in many positive ways. It's also taught me how to be more appreciative of the friendships and the connections that I build with others, whether it's with people that I don't get to talk to anymore or people that I don't have contact with anymore. I feel so much more deeply for these connections because although I may not get to interact with certain people in my life anymore, I have built a deeper understanding and appreciation for what I have lost or what I don't get to have anymore. So it makes me want to be more appreciative and grateful for the friendships and the connections that I have now currently in my life. So gratitude has quite literally changed my life in so many ways, and because of it I feel as if there is, not to be corny, a magic in the air. I feel so much more optimistic. I feel so much more positive about my life, and it's all because of this one word that I try to consciously apply every single day in my life, whether it's saying thank you more to my friends, whether it's being more appreciative to the people that helped me out and that have gotten me to where I am today. Gratitude is quite literally a superpower, and if you can apply it more in your life, you will see that your life will get exponentially better. I've been doing this practice for almost, let's say, 3-4 months now. It's also teaching me to look at obstacles and challenges as things that I can learn and grow from, because it's true what they say, the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. And if you can choose to have more positive thoughts, why not? It's so easy to wrap your head up in having negative thoughts, but if you can have as many negative thoughts, you can flip it around and also have as many positive thoughts as well. And that's what I'm trying to implement more in my life, just this idea of being more grateful for everything that I get to, not have to, I get to experience. Just been playing tennis, been traveling around the world, been trying to learn how to love myself more in ways that I didn't think was imaginable. And a side note, actually over the summer, I got selected to be part of a professional tennis league called Intense. And with that, I had to move from San Diego to Atlanta for 2 months. And right now, as I'm making this video, I'm currently in San Diego as we have a little bit of a break or a week off, and then I have to go back to Atlanta on Sunday. My time in Atlanta has been one that has been very interesting, to say the least. I went into this with the intention of trying to become a stronger and kinder person. That was the goal that I set for myself going into this session. I didn't really think about anything external or money-wise or salary-wise or results-wise. I just wanted to find a way to improve as an overall human being, whether it was strengthening the connections that I have with the people that I will meet or trying to learn how to be more okay with being by myself in my own space. It's been a little bit tough. Obviously, there'd be some days where I'm just completely by myself because, like I said, again, I'm in a completely new environment. I'm away from my friends. I'm away from my family. I'm away from especially my brother. And if you guys didn't know, just for some background, my brother, Michael, is one of the few individuals that I've spent the majority of my life with, far more than anyone else in my entire life. And being away from him for quite some time is a bit of a transition. It's obviously teaching me to, with this space that we have apart from each other, it's teaching me to be a whole lot more appreciative of him when we come back together as a partner or as my brother. So I'm learning how to navigate through these challenges in my life. And I just think being alone in Atlanta has really taught me how to be more independent and learn how to do things with the intention of learning how to love myself more. If I can give an example, I would finish practice maybe at 5 o'clock or 6 p.m. at night, and I would go to Subway. And right after that, I would just sit in my car, eat my Subway, and then read a book for about an hour and a half. And with this time that I have to myself, it's given me the opportunity to learn how to reflect a little more, to look a little more inward, and just think about the choices and all the things that I've done in my life to see where I can improve and grow and just become a better person for me in the future. It's been a fun process. I'm learning a whole lot about myself. I'm learning what I like, what I don't like, what maybe I need to improve. And throughout this process, I'm just learning how to enjoy every day as if this moment were never going to come again. I feel as if my personality has slowly shifted into one that is more open-minded, more curious, more of like this childlike wonder that I'm starting to instill more in everyday activities. And it's a nice, wonderful thing to experience. One of the things that I wanted to also focus on going into this thing in Atlanta was I wanted to be that individual that lights up the room. I want to be that person that can make someone's day throughout this process. I really just want to be a kinder and better person, the same way that other people have done for me. And I've seen how their actions have impacted me in such a positive way. I want to be that individual the same to others that I interact with. Besides that, I've been learning how to say no more. I think especially when I was younger or maybe a couple years ago, I had trouble learning how to say no. A lot of times I found myself trying to people please. It really wasn't a good feeling to know that I was doing things or acting in ways that was only because I wanted certain people to perceive me in a positive manner. Especially with gratitude and people that I'm choosing to surround myself, especially in Atlanta, this has been a very fun experience because I'm around a lot of like-minded individuals. I've been spending close to 4 to 5 hours every single day on the tennis court, whether it's in the gym or with my teammates or doing something along the lines of trying to improve myself every single day. It has been molding me into a better person, and I think one of the things that I'm getting better at now is learning how to say no and learning how to step away when something doesn't align with my beliefs or what I value. And it's been a wonderful experience so far, and I'm just super grateful for everything and everyone that I've come across in my life that has made me the person that I am today. And obviously there's a few people in my life that I don't have access to anymore that I'm so appreciative of, and these people have left a positive impact on me for the rest of my life, and I will continue to cherish these people no matter what. Like I said, gratitude is quite literally a superpower, and if I was to give a topic or an overall theme for this video, I would just say that gratitude quite literally is the reason why I am the person that I am today. And I feel so much more positive and more open-minded and more curious and more loving of my life, as if tomorrow was never guaranteed. What's next after Atlanta? I don't really know exactly what's going to happen next in my life, but I think that makes it all the more interesting, all the more worth it. If I knew exactly how my life was going to turn out, it'd be kind of boring, it'd be kind of predictable, but I do know that I'm going to try my best to make the most of every single second and live each day as if it was my last. After this little period, I'm going to go back to playing tennis professionally. I'm going to be traveling the world with my brother, and I'm going to try my best to just keep growing and learning as much as possible, because I think with this childlike wonder that I'm starting to instill in myself, I'm learning how to love everything more. I'm learning how to connect with people and learning how to do things that I didn't think was possible within myself. It's all part of the human experience, and I'm just so grateful to be alive. So with that being said, that's my little TED Talk. I know it was a lot longer than general. I know that there's not really a certain plan or any sort of editing too much. I just figured I could come on here and give you guys a quick little update or a little recap on what my life has been like so far and what has been going on in my head up until this point. So if you haven't already, please follow my socials on jc.mp4. I actually might change my YouTube handle to that because one of my best friends in the past actually gave me that nickname, and it was because of her I take that nickname so special to heart, because no one has actually given me a nickname like that ever, and to hear a nickname like that especially is very special for me. And I think I might honestly change my handle or my YouTube name to that because it's a very special name to me and it means a lot to me in so many ways. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys that continue to support me no matter how small or how big it is. I love every single one of you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.